show any signs of being an abuser. He brought me all the nice things. He said all the right stuff. I am educated. I have a degree. I have a good job. I shouldn't be going through this.
No, I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry that I came here, but if I didn't come here, this was the only place that he would allow me to come. This was my only place to escape. And I need some help, and I need it right now.
Can you call the hotline now so that we can actually go through the intake process? And can somebody call MPD, please? So that we can do a report?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So they're going to call the hotline, so you'll be able to talk to them, and they're going to have to do an intake process, so you're going to have to give them your information over the phone. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay, then we're going to reach out to MPD so that they can come and we can do an actual report.
Yes.
Okay. What is your name, ma'am? You don't mind me asking?
It's Teresa.
Okay, Miss Teresa. My name is Shirley. We're going to do the best that we can to possibly help you before he comes back. Is that okay?
Family here.
Okay. So give me 1 second.
Yes, but well, I can't really reach out to my family because he's isolated me from all my family.
So what happens after we call the police, and what happens after she calls the hotline, and what happens to him after she calls the hotline? Is she taken from the home? What does the hotline do?
The hotline takes up, she gives her information to the hotline to see if she's accepted into the shelter.
Okay.
Once she's accepted into the shelter, that's why we call it MPD also,
Okay,
so that they can actually do a report and have something on file.
Okay.
Because once they do the actual, right, and then even if she doesn't have transportation, the police can actually transport her to the shelter.
What if you do all this and she goes back? Is the shelter still going to be there for her the second time?
It will.
If she go back?
It will. Depending on how she leaves the
You
shelter.
still have to do what you have to do.
We're going to do what we have to do to help them.
Right.
You can't control them. Keep going back.
And then depending on how she leaves the shelter.
Yeah.
Like if she just up and leaves and, or
Do
she
you have
exit
children?
out.
My children, he's an adult.
So, okay. We're going to get them on the phone in just a second.
And I have some literature for you, Miss Teresa. It talks about the cycle of domestic violence, what you can do to prevent it, a safety plan, which is most important, because a lot of people, they say, why don't you just leave? You can just leave, right? Not if you don't have a safety plan in place. That's important to have everything in place. That way you don't get caught trying to leave. He don't find your bag. He don't find out where you're going and meet you there. So a safety plan is most important, I think, over all of it. And that is having a safety plan in place. That way you can make that great escape.
How long is the safety plan? I'm getting more at risk?
That it can be a risk. That's why it's called a safety plan. You need to act on it when it's safe. If he's at work, if he's out with the guys, maybe that's your opportunity to say, you know what, this is my only chance. I got to do it now. I actually had a client who did that. She called me the day before from one of the hotlines, and she said, he's at work right now. He has my ID. He has my passport. And what do I need to do to get out? I said, well, if it's not safe for you right now, don't do it. Try to find your identification, all your important documents. Call me back tomorrow if it's safe. She called me back the next day and said, I got my stuff. Can I come? I said, yes, we're going to send a cab for you right now. That was her safety plan. So I kind of talked her through it the day before about implementing a safety plan. And she came and stayed at our shelter and everything. Yeah, so you have to do that when you know it's safe, when he's out, when he doesn't have any clue, any inkling that you're trying to get away. You have to make sure everything is nice, baby, whatever. But in the back of your mind, you're making that great escape.
Right. Now you said something key earlier. You stated you would try to talk to that person. Yeah. That is so important for that person when they're in a situation. They may not be ready to leave, but they need to know that there is somebody that they can talk to and confide in. That is so important. Someone that they can open up and share what's actually going on and know that, okay, you won't judge me. When I'm ready, can you help me? But you have to, if they're saying you have to plan, you have to think things out. And yes, so many people unfortunately say, well, that's not my problem, that's not my business. I'm not going to get into that. But what if it was your daughter?
Well, I've had some people that turn around and put your name in it, so I'm you know what I'm saying?
And that's, you have to be careful. You can't just jump out into it. It's one thing once you establish a relationship with that person as far as a friendship. Everybody you see going through, no, you won't be able to help. But there are some people that you will be able to. Like I said, maybe someone close to you. Everybody's not comfortable with stepping out. But somebody will have to at some point try to reach out and to help others.
Right, and then on top of that, even when you're allowing that person to vent to you, sometimes you don't even have to say anything because they just need to get it off their chest. And then they just need somebody to just listen or have that shoulder to cry on because they're really not ready to go back, or they're trying to work things out, or it could be the point where they don't want their own children to be in any type of harm's way. Because going back to even the safety plan, you have to make sure you think about your children. You have to make sure you think about your loved ones. Because even if you can't go to your loved one's home, you don't want to put them in danger. You don't want to put yourself in danger. At the same time,
I want to get started on the questions. I want to do some questions.
Because we kind of hit on some of them.
Yeah.
okay. So what I would do is call her back.
She did email it. Text it. But we don't have a hard copy.
That's why I emailed.
I was doing everything.
All right. But yes, any type of safety plan that she was talking about is very vital. One of the things that we talk about when I've mentioned safety plans to all of our participants is making sure you have things lined up. When it comes to clothes, ID, even if you have to have a go bag, you never know. But that's something you can have hidden in the back of the closet with your personal documentation in, with a few items. You're not going to be able to take a whole suitcase.
Don't make it obvious.
Right.
I
Something
helped her
small.
You did.
I didn't know that I was helping. The things that she's saying now, this lady, she wanted to leave her husband. What she did was every day she brought a suitcase up to the beauty shop to put in my car. Every day. You know, I just thought maybe she needed to get away, but I didn't understand. That's exactly what was going on. She moved to Chicago, but every day she put a suitcase in my car every day, you know, brought something, or clothing or something in my trunk. And my friend saw it one day and she was like, what's going on? You and your husband okay? Like you say, people, they my friends though, you know, it's like, what's going on? I said, she's my husband, but she going to another state, so maybe, you know, I didn't know that's what she was doing. It's so gradually getting stuff out instead of trying to take everything at one time.
Exactly.
And she said the morning that she left, she just acted like she had appointments for the next week and stuff.
Yes.
You know, like she was on the phone, like I'm be at the doctor's office Monday or you know, I'm talking about she was talking on the phone, so she had her stuff already. I wonder had she already talked to someone on the hotline or something.
She could have reached out.
She gonna be okay?
Yes, ma'am. We have a cab come. She was accepted into the shelter. So they send in a cab, and then when she gets to the actual shelter, then she's gonna reach out to MPD. But when you're doing that go bag, you don't want to make it obvious because you don't want to bring more attention that you've already brought to yourself and make it worse. Because then it can become a hostile situation. Or even deadly to the point where they kill you, the children, and themselves, because we've had that situation to happen also. But just to have something, or just to be aware and to reach out, because a lot of people are too scared to reach out. A lot of people are too ashamed because of the judgment that you will put, and that's what happens so much to our young people in our society today, is because we judge people so quickly. You never know what their situation is, or we so quick to say, "Girl, I wouldn't put up with that," or "If that was me, I'd do this." You don't know until you're in an actual situation. Yeah, we can sit and watch TV and say that, but when you're in a real life situation, when somebody is actually stalking you and trying to kill you, it's hard to say, okay, well, you could have went here, you could have went there, because the places that I thought I could have went, he already knew. And that was just recent with my abuser. So going through as a child and then having actual, yes.
So you went to it twice?
Yes, ma'am. He stalked me. He sent threatening letters to the job, to my school, talking about what he was going to do, what all he had already done, and he did all of this, and if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be who I am. And I mean, just really And then given the fact of me being in a sorority, he sent one to Washington to the Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated division.
He sent a letter to them?
Yes.
Yeah.
He sent a letter to my job. And it was my boss who came to me and was like, okay, what's going on? I didn't know that he felt like this, and we had been together for 4.5 years. He never put his hands on me. He have stated that I should kill you. But in my head, I'm like, don't play. Because, you know, my background, wait a minute, I'm going to give you a run for your money. But after he said that a couple more times, when I tried to leave the relationship, it became very crazy. He was caught sitting outside my job. Yes. He was I finally got an order of protection, and the judge told him that he needs to grow up. And everything that he was doing, because he literally tried to catch me off guard one evening when I got off work. There are some other ways. Can somebody else name some other ways that we can talk about, or the different types of domestic violence? That is true. That is true.
And they scared to cry out.
Right. Can you all hear us?
And they react like, act out in school, get in trouble because they going through things at home, and nobody really know.
And then depending on the type of abuse that it is, because we never know.
Yeah.
Because that goes back to that verbal or that physical.
Belittling you, that's a big.
Yes.
Saying you ain't gonna do this, you ain't gonna do that, you gonna be slow. That has to play on kids' emotions too.
It does. And that makes a lot of teens commit suicide, take pills, do some of everything.
Run away from home, get in gangs, all that kind of
yes, because they're looking for that love in all of the wrong places and that affection.
They're not getting it at home.
Oh, okay.
Well, I believe she said you were up next. Okay.
You sure?
You sure? I think we can go somewhere and sit down and talk. I mean, we gotta help you somehow. Well, just come on, have a seat right here. Is there anything you want to share with us?
No, not really. I'm just tired.
Okay.
And I just need to get out. Everything that I have is in this bag.
Okay.
Everything you own is in this bag.
Everything is. He let me come here to get my hair done.
Come on, sit down.
And
Give me a bottle
I
of water.
gotta get out. Because if I go back,
we
I'm
gonna-
afraid that he's going to kill me. Don't touch. I'm sore all over.
I'm sorry.
Please don't.
I apologize.
But if you all don't help me
we're going to try to help you.
before he comes back to get me, everybody's life may be in danger. I need a safe place. I can't.
We're going to
I can't
call
go
the
back.
hotline.
Look at my eyes. Look at my arm.
Have you been a police report?
No, I haven't done anything but so what can you all? I am terrified. I haven't been asleep in 48 hours.
Can you have a seat?
I don't want
So what can she do to get immediate help right now?
What we're going to do is we're going to call the hotline. Here you some water. And then, are you afraid to talk to the police? So is it okay that we call the police so that you can file an actual report?
I just want you all to help me get away from here, whatever it takes, because he's gonna probably be back in 2 hours.
Okay, well, we work at the
I
National
need to
Violence
be
Shelter.
somewhere
So
safe.
when you
Y'all
call
please
the
help
hotline,
me.
we're going to do that. It's okay. It's okay. Do you need to go to the hospital? Because we do recommend that you go to the hospital to get checked out. But we will have to walk you through the process. It's going to be okay.
I'm so tired. We were built for this. We were built to lift up each other. We were built to change lives, to change destiny. We were built to be our sister's keeper. Thank you.